Hi friend, my name is Abhimanyu Bhattacharjee and as you all know I'm a booktuber and I'm making video on this book. The name of this book is Practice of Brahmacharya, and friends, as I always say, this book is this long and I cannot make this full book in one video. So what I'm doing is that I'm making each and every topic on each and every video so you can understand it in a better way, friends. Okay, and friends, what I'm doing is that I'm giving number to each and every video, so if you come sequence wise 1 2 3 4, you'll understand it in a better way. Apart from seeing 18 video, 20 video, 43 video, there is quite possibility that you get confused, friends. Okay, and friends, if you have any doubt, you can directly ask me in the comment section because I do see the comments and I give an answer to each and every comments, friends. Okay, and you can also follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is Abhimanyu Bhattacharjee 1906. So I will spell it for you, friends. Okay, it's ABHIMANYU BHATTACHARJEE 1906. And friend, before proceeding further, I would like to tell you, do subscribe my channel, like the video, press the bell icon, so whenever I update a new video, you'll get a notification. So friends, in our last topic I have completed this complete part, that was Swami Sivananda, the radiant exemplar of Brahmacharya. So in this last video I completed the Hatha yogic method. Okay, and in our today's video I am going to cover the topic called introduction. Okay, so let us see what Swami Sivananda ji is telling in introduction in regards to practice of Brahmacharya. This world is nothing but sex and ego. Ego is the chief thing. It is the basis. So Swami Sivananda ji is telling this world is nothing but sex and ego, and it is the chief thing. The sex is hanging on ego, on the ego. If the ego is destroyed by vichara or enquiry of who am I, the sex idea takes to its heel by itself. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling that if the concept that who am I, this concept of vichara, of enquiry, who am I, is destroyed, then immediately our sex idea is also destroyed, because if ego is destroyed, then immediately the idea of sex will also be destroyed by itself. Automatically it will destroy itself. Man, master of his destiny, has lost his divine glory and has become a slave, a tool in the hands of sex and ego on the account of ignorance. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling the man who is the master of glory, who have become slave in the hand of sex and ego, because we cannot think anything apart from sex and ego, and we have become a slave of sex and ego, right? This Swami Sivananda ji is telling to us. Sex and ego are the product of avidya or nescience. The dawn of the knowledge of the self annihilates these two enemies of Atman. So sex and ego is the two biggest enemy of Atman, that is the soul, right? It is the two biggest enemy of soul, and we have to destroy it under any circumstances, otherwise it is going to destroy us. The two dacoits, it's dacoits, dacoits, who are plundering the helpless, ignorant, little false jiva, the illusion I. So these are the two false ego, that is sex and ego, which because of this we have forget that who am I. This question, right? That who am I, right? I am not sex and I am not ego. So everybody should inquire that who am I. So if we regularly inquire and we have the thirst of inquiring who am I, then we can easily get rid out of these two things, that is sex and ego. This Swami Sivananda ji is telling us in this paragraph. So let's see what is in the next paragraph, what he is saying us. It is only within recent years that scientific attention has been brought to bear upon the subject of the nature and the evolution of sexual impulse in man. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling it is just the recent years, within some few hundred years, it has happened that human being have evolved so much that they have become sexually impulse, right? So they cannot control their sexual sexual hunger, right? This things has been happened in just few hundred years back. Nothing, it's not very much older concept, it's just a younger concept, this sexual concept, where people get very much excited and they commit crime in influence of sex. Psychologists and the clinical student have made careful investigation into the phenomena of normal and abnormal sexual life among the civilized population of the present day. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling the psychology student had made a research between the normal and abnormal sexual life of a human being. The close connection of the subject of sex with religion, both in the social evolution and individual psychology, render in the study of chastity an extreme important chapter in the past and future sociology of the race, right? So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling there is a close connection between sex and religion, right? So this has been came out in the research. Sensuality is, inconsistent with wisdom and holiness, the great business of life to avoid impurity. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling the wisdom is the main sensuality about the holiness of the impurity. In earlier also Swami Sivananda ji have said us that if we inquire that who am I, and if we are interested in God realization, if we want to realize the God, if we want to know the God, it is very easy to eradicate lust and sexual thing from our life, right? So it is very important for us to have an inquiry that who am I. Even among electrons, there are bachelor electron and married electron. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling in the electron also, right? Electron means you understand, right? Electron means electricity, the electron, proton, electron. So Swami Sivananda ji is telling in electron also there are bachelor electron and there are married electron also. Married electron manifest in pairs. So and bachelor electron exists singly. So those who are married electron, they exist in pairs, right? And those who are bachelor electron, they exist singly. It is this bachelor electron only that create magnetic electric force. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling it is only the bachelor electron who create the magnetic force, but married electron are unable to create a magnetic force. The power of brahmacharya is seen even in electron also. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling that power of brahmacharya is also seen in electron also, the electricity which creates the, I said electron and proton. So in there also the benefit of the brahmacharya is seen, right? Friend, will you learn some lessons from this electron? So here Swami Sivananda ji is asking us a question. Hey friends, are we going to learn some lessons from this electron, or we are not going to learn? Will you please practice brahmacharya and develop power and spiritual force? So Swami Sivananda ji is asking question to all the viewers. No, to all the viewers I am asking. Swami Sivananda ji is asking question to all the readers that are you going to develop the power of brahmacharya? Yes, we will develop. Nature is your best teacher and spiritual guide. So Swami Sivananda ji is telling nature is the best teacher and the best spiritual guide. Okay, that is the nature. The practice of celibacy is not attended with any danger or any disease or any undesirable results such as the various sort of complex which are wrongly attributed by the Western psychologists. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling the practice of celibacy is not going to attain any disease or any undesirable results. So if we practice celibacy, it won't happen that we will end up with some disease or we will completely lose interest in any of the aspect. It is not going to happen. But this message have came in our society in only influence of a Western psychologist who have knowingly or unknowingly spreaded this misinformation that celibacy is dangerous. But no, celibacy is not dangerous and celibacy is a very good thing, right? So this Swami Sivananda ji is telling to us in this chapter, in this introduction part. They have no practical knowledge of the subject on hand. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling those person who have spread this misconception, they do not have any practical knowledge about this concept. They have a wrong and ill-founded imagination that the ungratified sex energy assume the various form of complex in disguise, such as touch phobia, etc. So here this psychologist have they cannot control that energy and they cannot give a direction to that sexual energy. So they have spread the misconception that you have to throw that energy from your body, otherwise it is going to be very dangerous. But it is completely wrong, friends, and we should always preserve this energy in front of our body and take it up towards and convert that energy towards ojas shakti. So this Swami Sivananda Ji is telling to us in this chapter. The complex is due to some other causes. It is morbid state of mind due to excessive jealousy, hatred, anger, worry, depression, and about various causes. So if we do not follow celibacy, this all things is going to entertain in our life and come in our life. That is jealousy. We are going to feel jealousy toward each other. We are going to feel hatred toward each other. We are going to feel anger toward each other, and we are also going to be depressed in our life. So to get rid of these things, we need to follow celibacy and we need to follow the practice of brahmacharya. This Swami Sivananda Ji is telling to us in this chapter. On the contrary, even a little of self-restraint or a little practice of consistency is an ideal pick me up. So even if we start following celibacy and brahmacharya, even we are going to get a boost and pick up in this thing. So at least we need to start, right? We need to not wait for tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Right from today, right from this time, those who are seeing the videos, you need to start the practice of brahmacharya. So this Swami Sivananda is telling to reader, those who are reading, they need to start brahmacharya now from this time. And those who are seeing this video, I am telling you need to start brahmacharya from this point of time. It gives inner strength and peace of mind. So brahmacharya gives inner strength and peace to our mind. It invigorates the mind and nerves, right? So it is going to give strength to your mind and even to the nerves of all the body. It helps to conserve physical and mental energy. So brahmacharya helps to conserve our physical and mental energy. So by following the practice of brahmacharya, we are going to be physically fit and mentally fit also. It arguments memory, will force the brain power. It's bestow tremendous strength, vigor and vitality. So if we follow brahmacharya, our brain power is going to be going to increase very much, and we are going to be tremendous strength and vigor and vitality. So we are going to be flexible, our brain power will increase, our memory power will increase, and there are lot many benefits of brahmacharya. This Swami Sivananda Ji is telling to us in this chapter. It renovates the system or constitution, rebuilds the cell and tissues, energizes digestion and gives power to face the difficulties in the daily battle of life. So here Swami Sivananda Ji is telling brahmacharya gives you energy. It develops your cells and tissues of the body, each and every cells and tissues of the body. It energizes your digestion system. So your digestion system will increase, your better proper digestion will happen, because in today's time many people are there they have the problem of digestion. So their digestion issue will completely get rid of, and they will get the power to face the difficulties of battle in our life. So day to day life we have many difficulties in our life, so that we will get energy to face all the difficulties in our life, friends. Okay, so this Swami Sivananda Ji is telling to us in this video, in this chapter, right? So in this video I am telling this chapter, Swami Sivananda Ji is telling a perfect celibate can move the world, can stop the ocean wave like Jesus. So here Swami Sivananda Ji is telling a perfect celibate can move the world and can stop the wave like Jesus. He's telling about Jesus. Can blow up mountain, can command nature and the 5 elements like Janadev. So he can control these 5 elements, and he can blow the air, he can stop the ocean like Janadev. There is nothing in the 3 world that cannot be achieved by him. So he is telling in this 3 world, right, there is nothing that person cannot achieve, those who are following the practice of brahmacharya. So we need to start the practice of brahmacharya right from today. All siddhis and riddhis roll under his feet. So all the siddhis and riddhis roll under his feet. Success kisses the feet of that person, those who follow brahmacharya. So this Swami Sivananda Ji is telling to us. Varna, ashram, dharma are practically extinct now. So Varna, ashrama and dharma are practically exists now. So this Swami Sivananda is telling us everyone is a Vaishya or a Baniya with a greed for accumulation of wealth. So here Swami Sivananda is telling at today's time everybody is Vaishya or Baniya, right? In accumulation of the wealth. By hook or by crook, by begging, borrowing or stealing. So everybody wants money by hook or by crook, by begging, by borrowing or by stealing at today's time. Almost all Brahmins and Kshatriyas are Banyas or Vaishyas only. So here Swami Sivananda is telling that all the Brahmins and the Kshatriyas are Banyas or Vaishyas only. There is no real Brahmin or Kshatriya in these days. So in these days there are no real Brahmins and there are no real Kshatriyas. So this Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this chapter. They want money any way possible. They do not attempt to practice the dharma of in order to life. So in today's time everybody wants money. So they do not want to practice dharma and follow the godly path. So this Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this chapter. This is the fundamental cause of the downfall of the man. So this Swami Sivananda is telling this is the fundamental cause because of which the downfall of the man is happening. A man is going down day by day. All the negative feeling and negative feeling like hatred, jealousy, this all type of things are coming in his life because he is not following brahmacharya. And it is very important for all of us is to follow brahmacharya. This Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this chapter. If the householder discharges strictly the duties of his stage of life, he is an ideal grihasti. So if a householder discharge all the what you call stages of his life, then he is an ideal grihasti. There is no necessary of taking sannyasa. So here Swami Sivananda is telling to follow brahmacharya, there is no necessary that you need to take sannyasa, you need to leave your family, you need to go in the mountain, there is no necessary. The swelling up in the number of sannyasis at the present moment is due to the failure of the household in the discharge of their duty. So here Swami Sivananda is telling that at present many people are taking sannyasa because by living in the family and living in the society they are unable to follow brahmacharya. So they feel that by going in mountain and going away from the duties, they can follow brahmacharya. The life of an ideal householder is as much difficult and rigid as that of an ideal sannyasi. So here Swami Sivananda is telling the life of an ideal householder is much more difficult than a life of a sannyasin. So Swami Sivananda is telling by being a sannyasi you can easily follow brahmacharya, but by being in household it is very difficult to follow. Pravritti marga or the path of karma yoga is as much difficult and rigid as that of nirvritti marga or the path of reunification. So here Swami Sivananda is telling karma yoga is much more difficult than nirvritti marga, the path of reunification, because the path of reunification is much easy than the path of karma yoga. So this Swami Sivananda is telling to us. There is not much difference in sex between a male boy and a female girl when they are very young. So here Swami Sivananda is telling there is no much difference between a male boy and a female girl when they are much young. So when they are small they are almost same, right? When they attain puberty there is a drastic change in feeling, gesture, body, gait, talk, look, movement, voice quality and demeanor change all through. So Swami Sivananda is telling when a boy or a girl attains a puberty there is a much more change to them, like in their feeling, in their body, in their gestures, in their looking, in their movement, everything. And up to the moment they doesn't attain puberty they are completely same. Although a lady appears to be a gentle and soft, yet she becomes rude and rough and difficult and distinctly masculine when she becomes angry. So here Swami Sivananda is making us understand although a lady attempts to be gentle and soft, but when she becomes angry, she becomes more masculine. The feminine grace vanishes when she is under the influence of the wrath, indigestion, fury and resentment. So a feminine, all the quality of feminine in a female just vanishes when she is in a resentment of or wrath. This Swami Sivananda ji is telling to us in this chapter. Have you ever seen women fighting in the street? So Swami Sivananda ji is asking a question to us. Have we ever seen a woman fighting in the street? Women are more jealous than man. So Swami Sivananda ji is telling that women are more jealous than man. They have more moha and passion also. So women have more moha and passion. Women have more power of endurance. So women have a more power of endurance. This Swami Sivananda ji is telling to us in this chapter. They are more emotional. They are more emotional. Male are more rational. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling women are more emotional and males are more rational, that is logical. Through females are more passionate, yet they have more power or resentment than males. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling yet females are more yet females are more passionate. They still have the power of resentment than males. After enticing, it's enticing. After enticing, they keep quiet. So after enticing, they keep quiet. It's talking about females. The real culprit is man only. He is aggressive. So here Swami Sivananda is telling the real culprit is man only because he is aggressive. It is he who tastes the forbidden fruit first. So here Swami Sivananda is telling it is the man who tastes the forbidden fruit first, right? Forbidden fruit is really knowledge of good and evil and right and wrong. So it is really a knowledge. Swami Sivananda ji is telling forbidden fruit is it is the real knowledge of good and evil, right? It can be right or it can be wrong. So whether if something is happening, right, a question of inquiry of who am I or lust or anything, it is the man who is always interested to taste the fruit first, whether it is good or whether it is bad, right? Women can have darshana of God easily if they turn their mind in the spiritual path. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling women can easily have the darshana of the God if they can easily turn their mind into a spiritual path. As the element of love is predominant in them, sneha vritti is more developed in them. So as the element of love is predominant in the females, so sneha vritti, the love is more developed in them, right? So this Swami Sivananda ji is telling, right? So my friends, I am always telling this Swami Sivananda ji is telling because these are not my dialogues. These are all Swami Sivananda ji's. I am just the mediator, right? I am just conveying the message of Swami Sivananda ji to you all viewers in this video. That's it. As a king, there is no king without a treasury. So as a king is no king without a treasury. So Swami Sivananda ji is telling a king is not a king without his treasury. Subject and an army as a flower is no flower without fragrance. So as a flower, he's telling, so as a flower is no flower. So if there is no fragrance in a flower, we are not going to call that flower a flower, because that flower is no flower without its fragrance. So its reality is the fragrance of the flower. As a river is no river without water. So if there is no water in the river, so we won't call it a river. So also a man is no man without brahmacharya. So even in the same way, the man is not a man without brahmacharya. So this Swami Sivananda ji is telling to us. Hunger, passion, fear and sleep are common to man and animal. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling hunger, passion, fear and sleep. These are the four things which are common to a man and animal, right? Man also have all these four things in their life and animal also have this four things in their life. That which differentiate man from animal is jana and vichara, discrimination. So there is only particular thing which discriminates a man from animal, that is jana and vichara, that is discriminations. All this can be secured only by the preservation of the virya. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling all this information can only be preserved by a man in the form of a virya. If a man has not got this qualification, he should really be reckoned as a veritable animal only. So if a man doesn't have this recognition, so he should only be recognized as an animal only. So this Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this chapter. Even animal have more self-control than man. So this is a very important statement which Swami Sivananda is telling. Even animal also have more control than a man. It is only the so-called man who has degraded himself much in indulgence. So it is only the man who have degraded, who have downfalled him in the indulgence. It's INDULGENCE, indulgence. That that man in whom the sex idea is deep rooted can never dream of understanding Vedanta and realizing Brahman even after 100 crore of birth. So here Swami Sivananda is telling that is the man, the sex idea. If a man cannot release the sex idea from his mind, he won't be able to realize the Vedanta and the Brahman even after taking 100 crores of birth also. After coming in this death world, more than 100 crore also, it is very difficult for him to realize this idea, friends. Okay, so this Swami Sivananda is telling to us. Real culture is establishment of perfect physical and mental brahmacharya. So here Swami Sivananda is telling real culture, it is the establishment of the physical and mental brahmacharya. So we need to follow brahmacharya in two ways, in a physical way also and even in a mental way also, in a thought level also. There should not any sexual thought encounter in our mind. So this Swami Sivananda is telling to us. Real culture is the realization of identity of individual soul with the supreme soul through direct experience. So real culture, Swami Sivananda is telling that real culture is realizing the identity of a soul with the supreme soul. So we realize that who we are, who am I, by the realizing us with the supreme soul. This is the real identity of a man, right? For a passionate, worldly minded man, the term of self-realization, God self, vairagya, reunification, death, buried ground are very revolting and terrifying because he is attached to this object. So here Swami Sivananda is telling these words like self-realization, God, vairagya. It's very difficult for a man because he is too much attached with his five senses, right? So it is very difficult for him to realize God. The terms singing, dancing, talking about women are very pleasing. So Swami Sivananda is telling these terms like singing, dancing and talk about women are very pleasing, right? The attraction for object will gradually vanish if one begins to think seriously of the unreal nature of the world. So here Swami Sivananda is telling the attraction of the world is going to easily vanish if a person only thinks about it thinks seriously about the unreal nature of the world. So if we start thinking about the unreal nature of the world, so this things in our mind is going to easily vanish. People are blunt by the fire of lust. So here people are blunt by the fire of lust. Whenever lust comes into their mind, they are unable to think anything apart from in their life. So this Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this chapter. All measures that are calculated to eradicate this dire disease should be deleted with at large. So all this measure which are calculated to eradicate the dire disease, right, should get immediately eradicated from our life, right? So this Swami Sivananda is telling to us. All people should be fully conversant with the different method that will help them in rooting out the dire enemy of lust. So all the people should follow brahmacharya so that they could easily eradicate lust from their life. So this Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this chapter. If they fail in one method, they can take recourse to another. So Swami Sivananda is telling there are many methods of following a brahmacharya. So if you fail in one method to follow brahmacharya, you can take different method to follow brahmacharya, but you should not lose the hope to follow brahmacharya. Lust is a brutal instinct in unregenerated man. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling lust is a very negative instinct in a unregenerated man. So ungenerated man. One should be ashamed to repeat again and again the sensual act when he is fully aware that the goal of the life is self-realization through attainment of purity and the practice of constant meditation. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling one individual should feel guilty when he is aware that his real goal is meditation and understand and God realization. So those who are reading this chapter and not following brahmacharya, they should feel guilty in their life. In the same way, I will tell to all my viewers, those who are seeing this video but still not feeling brahmacharya, not following the path of brahmacharya, they should feel guilty that by knowing this information also they are not following brahmacharya. An objector may say that this topic should not be dealt with openly and they should be talked secretly. So the objector will also say this topic should not be discussed openly. It should be talked seriously. But this is wrong. What is the use of hiding things? Hiding a thing is a sin, right? So here Swami Sivananda is telling this is completely wrong, because hiding a thing, this thing should be discussed openly, and hiding a thing is completely a sin, right? This Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this chapter. Through brahmacharya, get over the misery of mundane life and attain health, strength, peace of mind, endurance, clarity, material progress, psychic advancement, clear brain, gignatic willpower, bold understanding, retentive memory, abundance, energy, power to face difficulties in the battle of life and immortality. So here Swami Sivananda is telling those who will be following brahmacharya, they are going to overcome misery. That means they are going to be rich. Their health is going to be superb, right? Their health, they are not going to fall sick at any point of time in their life. They are always going to have a peace in their mind. They will not get frustrated in their life in each and every moment in their life. They will easily get material progress because their focus will be a fantastic focus they will be having. Psychic advancement, clear brain, gignatic willpower. So their psychic advancement will increase. They will have a clear, there is going to be no brain fog, and their gignatic power will be increased. Bold understanding, retentive memory, abundance, energy, power of immortality. So there are this much benefits of brahmacharya, friends. Okay, this Swami Sivananda ji is telling to us in this topic. One who has perfect control over sexual energy attain power of unabountability. It's unobtainable by any means. So one who have control over sexual energy can do anything in his life, friends. So this Swami Sivananda is telling to us in this chapter. People talks of brahmacharya, but practical men are rare indeed. So here Swami Sivananda is telling here many people talk about brahmacharya, but many people are rare indeed. They do not follow this practice of brahmacharya. A life of continence is real difficulties. So here Swami Sivananda is telling a life of continence is really beset with difficulties, right? But the path becomes smooth for a man of iron determination, patience and preservation. So practice, when a person is following practice, it is difficult for him, but in the same time it is going to be give him very much benefit, and for the reason everybody should follow brahmacharya in their life, friends. Okay, so this Swami Sivananda ji is telling to us in this chapter. We want real practical men on the field who are practical brahmacharis. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling we want practical men in the field who are real brahmacharis, who can impress people by their strong physique, ideal life, noble character and spiritual strength. So we want people, those who can motivate people by their noble characteristic, by their psychic and ideal spiritual strength. So this Swami Sivananda ji is telling to us in this chapter. Mere idle talk is of no use whatsoever. So mere ideal talk, if you only talk and do not follow brahmacharya, it is not going to use in our life, friends. Okay, so this Swami Sivananda ji is talking to us in this video. We have had of ideal talkers on the field and the platform. So we have many ideal talkers on this field of platform. So this Swami Sivananda ji is telling to us in this chapter. Let some practical men come forward and lead the youngsters by their exemplary life and spiritual aura. So here Swami Sivananda ji is requesting, let the people from the society come out and speak on this topic to improve the spiritual aura of the society. Let me remind you once more, example is better than percept. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling, let us give me one more example, then it is better than percept. Example is better than percept. So he is telling example is better than percept. The average life of the mankind has come to 40 years as against 100 years. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling average life of a mankind have come to 40 years, where human beings are designed to stay up to 100 years, but they only stay up to 40 years. Every well-wisher of the country must think over the most disgraceful and deleterious state of affair very carefully and apply the proper remedies in time. So Swami Sivananda ji is telling all the intelligent person of the society should think why this thing is happening in our society, why this thing is happening, right? The future well-being of the country entirely rests on the youth. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling the youth is the future of this country. So this complete country rests on the youth. It is the duty of the sannyasin, saint, teacher, professor and parents to reintroduce the life of a celibacy. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling it is our duty of every individual, professor, teachers to introduce celibacy in their life, right? Through art very dear to me, O Krishna, because thought are trending the path of truth. So Swami Sivananda ji is telling this is the art which is the trending and which is the part of the truth. Through art sincerely struggling, through art treading the part of self-realization too. By the practice of brahmacharya we can realize whom we are. So this Swami Sivananda ji is telling to us in this chapter. Hence I have given this advice to you through the art of Nitya, Shuddha, Buddha, Mukta, Atman, internal, pure, perfect, all wise, free self. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling I have given this advice to you by the intellect, by the eternal, by the pure thought, right? Oh sweet dear Ananda, feel this asset, this is birthright. So Swami Sivananda ji is telling practicing brahmacharya is our birthright, right? We should practice brahmacharya. Claim this birthright amidst other multifarious work. So we should claim this birthright and the multifarious work, friends. Okay, this is better than cave life. This is dynamic integral yoga of Shiva. So this is a dynamic and integral yoga of Shiva. So this brahmacharya is a dynamic and internal yoga of Shiva, which Shiva also practices. Shiva means Lord Shiva, right? You may be aware. This was the yoga of Sanskara and Buddha too. So this is the yoga of Sanskara and the Buddha too. So this Swami Sivananda ji is telling to us in this chapter. My dear brother, remember, you are not this perishable body of flesh and bones. So here Swami Sivananda ji is telling, my real brother, you remember, you are not the body of this perishable bones and flesh. So we are not this bones and flesh. This Swami Sivananda ji is telling to us. You are immortal, all pervading Satta Chitta Ananda Atman. So Swami Sivananda is telling we are Satta Chitta Ananda Atman. We are the soul, Satta Chitta Anand soul. Through art Atman, through art living truth, through art Brahman. So we are the real soul, we are the living truth, we are the Brahmins, we are the Brahman. Through art Atman, through this soul, through about consciousness means alertness, means agileness. You can attain this supreme state only by leading a life of true brahmachari. So we can only attain this supreme state by living the art of true brahmachari. So this Swami Sivananda ji is telling to us. In conclusion, I fervently pray with the folded hands that you all should sincerely struggle hard to control passion. So by folding the hands like this, Swami Sivananda ji says that you should follow passion and you should follow brahmacharya. So I also, by folding, joining hands to all the viewers, say you should follow brahmacharya and you should practice brahmacharya. My control passion, the enemy of peace and prosperity by sadhana. So we should control the enemy of this peace and prosperity by sadhana. A true brahmachari is real mighty emperor of the world. So the true brahmachari is like an emperor of the world. He is the emperor of the world. My silent adorations to all brahmacharins, glory unto them. I pray that educational authorities, teacher, professor and elder will pay their special attention to this vital subject of brahmacharya for the upliftment of the future generation. So here Swami Sivananda ji is requesting to all the teachers, to all the professor and to all the elders to follow and to talk about brahmacharya and to make aware in the society that everybody should follow brahmacharya in our society and community. So now Swami Sivananda says, may the divine splendors reign in your faces. May you all be happy, right? May the happiness reign in your faces. May the divine flame glow fighter in you all. So may this divine flow glow brighter in you all. May us, all of us, be brighter in our life. May the divine power and peace abide in you forever. So may this peace and abide us in us forever. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So this Swami Sivananda ji is telling, is the sign of Swami Sivananda ji. So friends, today this topic came to an end. In our today's video, I have covered the introduction. Okay. So in our next video, I am going to cover the topic called what is brahmacharya. So this is the next topic I'm going to cover. And friends, as I always say, this book is this long and I cannot cover this full book in one video. So what I'm doing is that I'm making each and every topic on each and every video so you can understand it in a better way, friends. Okay. And friends, what I'm doing is that I'm giving number to each and every video. So if you come sequence wise 1 2 3 4, you'll understand it in a better way. Apart from seeing 18 video, 20 video, 43 video, there is quite possibility that you get confused, friends. Okay. And friends, if you have any doubt, you can directly ask me in the comment section because I do see the comments and I give answer to each and every comments, friends. Okay. And you can also follow me on Instagram, and my Instagram handle is Abhimanyu Bhattacharya 1906. So I will spell it for you, friends. Okay. It's ABHIMANYU BHATTACHARJE 1906. And friends, before proceeding further, I would like to tell you, do subscribe my channel, like the video, press the bell icon. So whenever I update a new video, you will get a notification, friends. Okay. So friends, this brings to end of our today's video. I will be meeting you in the next video. Till then, goodbye, take care. And friends, I urge and I request everybody to follow the practice of brahmacharya, because by following the practice of brahmacharya, you're going to get many benefits. You're going to be emperor of the world and many benefits. So friends, this brings to end of today's video. I'll be meeting you in the next video. Till then, goodbye, take care, and I'll meet you in the next video. Okay, till then, goodbye, friends.